And do you have a prompter? Do you need a prompter? Oh, all right, great. You're wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so whenever you're ready, we're ready.
What hideous noise was that? 'Tis the wild consort of madmen, lady, which your tyrant brother hath placed about your lodging. This tyranny, I think, was never practiced till this hour.
Indeed, I thank him. Nothing but noise and folly can keep me in my right wits, whereas reason and silence make me stark mad. Sit down, discourse me to some dismal tragedy.
Oh, 'twill increase your melancholy.
Thou art deceived. Hearing of greater grief would lessen mine. This is a prison?
Yes, but you shall live to shake the stirrings off.
Thou art a fool. A robin red-breasted in a nightingale never live long in cages.
Pray, dry your eyes. What think you of, madame?
Of nothing. When I muse thus, I sleep.
Like a madman, with your eyes open?
Dost thou think we shall know one another in the other world?
Yes, out of question.
Oh, that it were possible we might but hold 2 days' conference with the dead. From them I should learn somewhat, I am sure, I never shall know here. I'll tell thee a miracle. I am not mad yet, to my cause of sorrow. The heaven over my head seems made of molten brass, the earth of flaming sulfur. Yet I am not mad. I am acquainted with sad misery, as the tanned galley slave is with his oar. Necessity makes me suffer constantly, and custom makes it easy. Whom do I look like now?
Like to your picture in the gallery. A deal of life in show, but none in practice. Or rather, like a reverend monument whose ruins are even fading.
Very proper, and fortune seems only to have her eyesight to behold my tragedy.
I am come to tell you, your brother hath intended you some sport. A great physician, when the Pope was sick of a deep melancholy, presented with several sorts of madmen, which while dejected and full of change and sport, forced him to laugh, and so the impulse soon broke. The self-same cure the Duke intends on you.
Let them come in.
There's a mad lawyer and a secular priest, a doctor that hath forfeited his wits by jealousy, an astrologer that, in his works, that such a day of the month should be a day of doom, and failing of it, ran mad. An English tailor, praising the brain with the study of new fashion. A gentleman usher, quite beside himself, who cares to keep in mind the number of his lady's salutations, or how do you, she employed him in each morning. A farmer too, excellent knave and grade. Mad because he was hindered transportation. Mad because he was hindered transportation.
And let one broker.
And that one broker, that's mad. Who's to these? You think the devil were among them.
Sit, Cariola, let them loose as you please, for I am chained to endure your tyranny.
Doomsday not come yet. I'll draw it near by a perspective, or make a glass that shall set all the world on fire in an instant. I cannot sleep. My pillow is full of a litter of porcupines.
Hell is a mere glass house where the devils continually blow up women's souls on hollow irons, and fire never goes out.
I will lie with every woman in my parish. The 10th night, I will tie them over like haycocks.
Shall my apothecary outgo me because I am a cuckold? I have found out his roguery. He makes a lump of his wife's urine and sells it to Puritans who have sore throats and overstraining.
I skill him terribly.
Past?
Yeah, you do give for your crest a woodcock's head with the brain picked out on it. You are a very ancient gentleman.
We're only to be saved by the Helvetian translation.
Come on, sir, I will lay the law to you.
Or rather lay the Colossus, the law will eat to the bones.
Woe to the carrickey that brought home my wife from the mask at 3 o'clock in the morning. It had a large feather bed in it.
I have pared the devil's nails 40 times, roasted them in raven's eggs, and cured aggies with them.
Was he a rope maker?
No, it's nothing made there. While he shows the tombs, he'll have his hand in the wench's packet.
He that drinks for the satisfied nature is damned.
If I had my glass here, I would make a sight that would show, I would show a sight should make all the women here call me mad doctor.
Give me 300 milk beds to make pastas to procure sleep. Yeah.
All the college men throw their hats at me. I have made a soap boiler costume. It was my masterpiece.
sad too.
I'm come to make thy tomb.
Ha, my tomb?
Thou speakest.
How speakest thou, as if I lay upon my deathbed, gasping for breath? Do I look sick to you?
Yes, and the more dangerously, since thy sickness is insensible.
Thou art not mad, surely.
Yes.
Just call for a line.
Dost thou know me?
Dost thou know me?
Yes.
Who am I?
Thou art but a box of worm seed, at best but a salvatory of green money. What's this flesh? A little crudted milk, fantastical puff paste. Our bodies are weaker than those paper prisons boys use to keep flies in, more contemptible, since ours are to preserve earthworms. I got this. Didst thou ever see a lark in a cage? Such is the soul in the body. The world is like a little turf beneath the cage. The heaven over our heads, like a looking glass, only lets us see the small compass of our prison.
Am I not thy Duchess?
Thou art some great woman, sure, for riot begins to sit on thy forehead, clad in gray hairs, 20 years sooner than a merry milkmaid's. Thou sleepest worse than a mouse that were forced to keep her lodging in a cat's ear.
I am the Duchess of Malfi still.
They take thy sleep so broken. Glory, like glowworms, afar off she seemed bright, but look too near, have neither heat nor light.
Thou speakst so plain.
My trade is to flatter the dead, not the living. I am a tomb maker.
And thou comest to make my tomb?
Yes.
Let me then be a little merry. Of what stuff shall you make it?
Most ambitiously. Princes' images upon their tombs do not lie, as they were wont, seeming to pray up to heaven, with their minds gazed upon the world. They are not carved with their eyes gazed upon heaven, fixed upon the stars, but with their minds wholly bent upon the world, seeming as they were to turn their faces.
So do we grow fantastical in our deathbed? Do we affect fashion in the grave?
Now I shall show you your grave. Here is a present from your princely brothers, and may it arrive welcome, for it brings less benefit, less sorrow.
Let me see it, for I have much obedience in my blood to let it into their veins.
This is your last presence chamber.
Oh, my sweet lady. Fear not, Cariola.
I'm the common bellman, sent usually to the condemned persons on the night before they suffer.
Even now, thou saidst thou was a tomb maker.
'Twas to bring you by degrees to mortification. Listen.
Hence, villains, tyrants, murderers, alas! What will you do with my lady? Call for help.
To whom? To our next neighbors? They are mad folk.
Remove that noise!
Farewell, Cariola. I have not much to give you. Many of these have fed upon me. Thine will be a poor reversion.
I will die with her.
I pray thee, look upon my boy, and give him syrup for his cold. And my girl, say her prayers ere she sleep. Now what? What death?
Strangling, here are your executioners.
I forgive them. The apoplexy or cough of the lungs would do as much as they do.
Does not death fright you?
No, knowing to be such great, excellent company in the other world.
Yet methinks the manner of your death should much afflict you. This
Now-
cord should terrify you.
Not a whit. What would a pleasure be to have my throat cut with diamonds, or to be smothered with cassia, or to be shot to death with pearls? I know death has 10,000 several doors for men to take their exits, and 'tis found they go on to strange geometrical hinges. You may open them both ways, any way, for heaven's sake. So I were out of your whispering. Tell my brothers that I perceive death. Now I am well awake. Best gift is they can give, or I can take. I would fain put off my last woman's fault. I would not be tedious to you.
Here, lady.
Do whatever you want with my breath, but please bestow my body upon my women.
Yes.
Pull, and pull strongly, for your able strength must pull down heaven upon me. Yet stay, heaven's gates are not so highly arched as princes' palaces. They that enter there must go upon their knees. Come, violent death, serve for mandragora, to make me sleep. Go, tell my brothers when I am laid out, they then may feed in quiet.
Thank you.